Hey guys, this is Mita, and I'm here with Musica and Noodles. Welcome to the Witch's Corner. Wahahaha.
Hi,
How's
your
it going,
voice sounds so
everybody?
cracky.
I know, I was gonna do like a witch's laugh, but I'm still trying to wake up.
That makes sense, it
Man, my lighter's messing up.
does. It doesn't want to work for you. It's like never.
It like turned on and then turned right back off.
Oh, does it
I
have
really
any
like this
juice in it?
YouTube.
I don't think it. If it's like that, then it probably doesn't have that much juice in it left.
Yeah, I think I finished it.
You killed it, you
Yeah.
murderer.
You murderer.
I need to go get a new one. I'll do it later.
The weather over here
You
for me, I swear.
murderer.
Who wants to trade weathers with me?
No, thank
Well,
you.
it's raining, right? But like, have you heard anything else? Because
No.
of the hurricane, and we were watching the news yesterday, and I was like, música.
It's nowhere
Yeah,
near
it's
me. If
scary.
anything, I'm just gonna get more of the winds and the rains a bit. Nothing bad.
But have
Yes.
you heard?
Oh my god, yes, okay. The news says it all the freaking time, even on freaking YouTube. Like, nothing bad for us, mostly just a bunch of wind and rain that we're gonna get, like, a little bit of it. Nothing really bad for us. If anything,
Okay.
I've told my wife, like, I'm surprised that, at this point, like, Florida is still here. Because of all the shit that's happened to it and everything. It's like, I'm surprised it's not swallowed up by the ocean already.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that like a prediction though? Like that Florida is gonna like fall off the map or something? Hasn't that been like the prediction for a while?
I put the taxidermy elf king in our main house.
Oh, nice.
I thought it was gonna be
I
bigger
think
for
I
some reason.
I always heard that prediction, but for California.
Oh, is it California? I just remember it was one of those two.
I
Yeah.
agree. I always heard of it being with California, but then like ever since like all those sinkholes and everything started showing up with
Florida.
Florida, they're like, oh, it might actually be Florida sooner because like this is how it is. Like if it keeps going at that point with it, then it probably will either split or sink. And with all this water and everything, because like a lot of people don't know, it's like again, like if you fill it up with enough water and everything, and with all the pressure on the land and everything, it will eventually become into a sinkhole. So,
Scary.
That is scary.
man,
Hope
oh
everyone over
shit,
there
I don't
is
know what the
fine
hell I did
though.
that for.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we were watching the news footage of Hurricane. What is the hurricane's name? I'm trying to. I'm
Is
Uh,
spacing.
it um
is it Helena? Oh, no, it's not
I
Helena.
think it is Helena. I want to say it was that, but then I was
yeah.
like, is it? Let me look it up.
Crap. My
I want to
weapon
say
just
it's Helena because
froze.
I remember they said it's actually like getting, it's about to break the record of Hurricane Katrina.
I think um it landed as a category 5, and that's
Oh
like
snap.
holy shit. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it's Hurricane Helen.
Oh, Hurricane Helen.
I don't know if it's Helena, but it's
I
spelled
mean,
with an E at the end.
it's the same thing. I mean, kinda.
Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, we're watching the that, and oh my god, it looks freaky.
No, yeah, like I said, like
It looks scary.
no, yeah, like how I said earlier, like on several different news types. I want to say ABC and CNN both said like how um Hurricane Helen is about close or about ready to break the record of Hurricane Katrina for being the biggest hurricane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Man, and
Also,
I'm just amazed it's getting more inland because usually when it tries to get towards more inland, it starts to disperse a bit, you know?
yeah.
So the fact that it's like it's staying strong,
Mhm.
like
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, yeah, and I feel sorry for the people more inland because, like, again, like it's mostly the people like around the coast, like they're, I wouldn't say trained, but like more well prepared to like, oh, like for their houses, their insurances, and like things of evacuation, safety points, stuff like that. More inland, it's like since it rarely ever happens, there's not that many houses, insurances, or even probably any safety areas that well known to people that like, oh, we should go here.
Yeah.
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 Again, like I'm surprised
Also,
it's not following mostly around the coast.
yeah. Also, I would like to, since this is the Witch's Corner, um, we're opening up also with a bit of sad news. I don't know if you heard about this, Musica, but Dame Maggie Smith, the actress Maggie Smith, passed away today. She was 89 years old. For the youngins, millennials, she was known as Professor McGonagall. She came out in Downton Abbey. I first saw her on Sister Act. She was one of the nuns in Sister Act, and I mean, oh my God, she's a brilliant, brilliant actress,
Hmm.
and she passed away today, 89.
No,
So,
yeah, I saw that when I opened up TikTok, and I was like, dang.
yeah, so from witches to another witch, you know, shine bright. Miss Dame Maggie Smith, yeah. Thank you for all your work, she's amazing, amazing,
She
everything she
really
did. I mean,
is.
Professor McGonagall, oh my God.
Yes, like she's such an icon for real.
Mm.
Like,
Again, you don't see actresses or actors like that anymore. I mean,
Yep.
especially with that type of talent. Again, like she was grew up and around in the era of like the golden age of Hollywood into the silver age and what the bronze age now, I guess you could call it.
Mhm.
Like she saw and grew up along of like how high Hollywood was falling into itself.
Mhm. Yeah.
hmm.
Yeah, again,
And
same thing with a bunch of other old actors, like how with the only other one old enough that I could think of, and again, not recent. This one wasn't recent or anything. It was again with Betty White. Again, like she literally saw Hollywood become Hollywood.
Yeah.
hmm.
It's
It makes
crazy.
me sad. It breaks my heart.
It
No,
makes me
yeah,
really sad
no,
too.
yeah. We're never gonna see talent like that again. And
I'm gonna have to
to
go and
anyone
watch.
else who argues like, oh, what about these actors and actresses? Like, first of all, you cannot compare them to the level of acting, like to the much older generation. And like, yes, we can argue like they're older, they have more experience and everything, but it's not only that, but it's also the sense of of level that they give a performance, the professionalism, I should say. Like how like oh
Mhm.
how well they fit into the character. Because most actors nowadays, I don't get wrong, there are some actors like that, but there's also a lot of actors who try to add themselves into the character, and I think that's what ruins it a lot. Because it's like, no, it's supposed to be this character. You're not supposed to be the character.
Right.
Like there is a major difference.
Oh, I didn't realize that this is an emote only chat. Shoot, let me change it. I thought I had changed it.
Oops.
Anyways, ladies, let's get started with today's topic.
Let's do it.
We're
Okay.
doing, this is, you guys are tuning in to the Witch's Corner. Every Friday we do this. We do a thing called the Witch's Corner, where we discuss everything and anything that has to do with just anything spiritual, supernatural, and anything of that nature. So today's discussion, we're going to talk about dealing with blockage and disconnection. So, and we're just going to talk from our experience. This is purely for entertainment purposes, and this is from our experience and what we've done when that happens.
Hmm.
Took a sip of my tea there. So yeah, has that happened to you, ladies? And what what do you do when that has happened?
So recently that is actually happened to me. And for me, it was a bit, I'd say a bit shocking because again, like the first time like I told everybody and like how what we've experienced with our first times of like uh with witchcraft and everything and with me like I said like with what happened to me the first time was like I experienced like a overload of many gods, deities, and spirits trying to reach out to me. So for the first time for me to experience this kind of I would say it's like a mix of both a blockage and disconnect. For the first time,
Mm-hmm.
it was shocking because I was like, oh, okay, like I've never dealt with that before. And I did think like maybe, am I doing it right? Am I not connecting well enough? And I believe the reason I probably felt not as connecting well enough is because maybe, no, yeah, like I just, either I feel like I was not, I wouldn't say not concentrating, but like not in a space good enough for it. Like I wasn't in a quiet place. I wasn't able to concentrate. I think that's why, for me, like at least, like maybe that's why it didn't connect well enough.
Mm-hmm.
And now knowing that, and especially with my day offs, oh, I got kicked out.
Yeah, her PS shut down. She just put it on there. Oh no. Okay, she'll join us in a bit. She has another one.
No, yeah, she shall be back soon. But no, yeah, like for me, again, like it's very weird, it's very daunting, and it did make me think that am I not doing it right? Am I, like, am I just, I guess it,
Like what's going on? What's
yeah,
wrong,
like,
you
it made
know?
me question, like, is this being done right? Like, am I not connected well enough? Am I,
Mm-hmm.
like, it does make you question, like, am I doing it right? Is this, is this even like something I should be doing?
Right.
And like with anything in life, like you're gonna have hiccups. Okay, not everything's gonna be perfect smooth sailing, like every now and then you will have that. And it's normal. I believe that is very normal. I believe it's also like how one reacts to it that decides whether or not like okay, like if you're gonna let it beat you down or not.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was thinking about this, and I think it's also the way we react to stuff like that, right?
Mhm.
Because for me, I've come into the habit of anytime something something like that occurs, right? My first instinct before was to think like that. Or honestly, because I am such a huge procrastinator that I would be like, never mind. It wasn't for me. But also, hey, look who's back.
Yay! It might take me a minute for me to hear.
Yeah. But also, if you look at it from the standpoint of what is this trying to teach me, right? I think that when blockages like that occur, I think it's important to always look at the bigger picture in that sense. What is this moment trying to teach me? What messages am I not connecting with? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I am back.
Welcome
Yay!
back.
We can hear you now.
Sorry about that.
It's right.
Oh,
APS is just poop.
it is. Truly is. What I miss?
We were talking about like how when you experience a blockage or a disconnect for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Alright.
And it's not even for the first time. I feel like it would happen like because to me it still happens. And not I mean I still consider myself a novice for sure. But I've been doing this for a while. I feel like I'm a novice because I'm always constantly learning. But even to me now that I've been doing this for God, I would say maybe about I don't know, between 6 to 8 years, and it still happens to me. But I find that when that happens, it's like I said, it's an opportunity for growth. It's so you could kind of see, okay, what am I missing? What do I need to learn? What's the message in this? And right now, like the the not the advice, the oh my God. Sorry, I have major brain fog. I've been having it for a while now. I'm so sorry. The example that I could put in this, it's when you're trying to lose weight and you're losing weight, and then you hit a plateau.
Mm-hmm.
Has that ever happened to you, ladies?
Yes.
Yes.
And then you hit a plateau, and then you're not losing weight, but then I know because I mean I've researched this. There's so much information out there, and what they normally say, you hit a plateau. Okay, so now you have to change up the routine. You kind of to some people it's either if they've been dieting, like eating a certain way, then you need to change your diet. Or if you're not exercising, okay, well maybe now's it's different things that you need to try to get over
Mm-hmm.
that plateau, and then you do. Some people, we go back to some people won't. Some people will, and I am some people, no. It's me. When it comes to the losing weight, I'm talking about. Like, you just kind of, oh well, and then, give up. But then the ones that do push through and look for the answers, then they continue. And sometimes you will even lose more weight, like faster, or you'll get those non-scale victories that go with that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing with this. I feel it's the same thing with this. You hit a blockage where, well, for example, what do you mean by blockage? Let's go there.
Well, what I mean by blockage is like somehow like all of a sudden like you try to like either meditate, communicate, or even like do like a simple like charm or a small spell or something like to like help you along the day.
Mhm.
And normally, because when you do stuff like that, like with me, like I usually feel something, like not something big or major, but like I usually feel like okay, like I guess you would call like a small nudge, like oh okay yeah, like it is working or it is activating. I'm like okay cool, like I don't have to worry about it then.
Mhm.
But for me as a blockage again, like I tried to communicate with my dragon for the first time to see if I could sense them and get a feel for them, and I couldn't. I kept thinking maybe a couple times like I almost did, but then the feeling go away immediately. And I kept thinking, am I meditating wrong? Am I not concentrating hard enough? And nothing was working. I got so annoyed and frustrated. I ended up stopping because like I just nothing was working for me, and I was like, okay, this is strange, weird. And I left it alone for a while. Tomorrow I'm gonna try again, maybe see if that helps. But no, yeah, like I tell you, like that's what my experience I had with it. And again, the first time ever for me, and it was very, very weird. And I do admit, like, it was definitely give off the whole, like, okay, like, should I even do this anymore then? Like, it definitely makes you question it.
Mhm.
Well, for me, anytime that I hit, uh, when I get a blockage, I right away kind of just sit and was like, okay, well, what is it that, like, why is this occurring? What's going on? And most of the time, like, it's one of those, well, because I've meditated on this before, so there's no more, like, they can't give me another answer.
Mhm. Hi,
It's
Giggles.
just,
Sorry.
huh?
I just El Giggles said hello, lady. So I'm just saying hi back. Go on. Sorry.
Oh, hi, Giggles.
Give, oh, that's a
No, you're
cute name.
fine. So for me, anytime that I feel any blockage, I kind of sit with them and ask like, okay, why is this happening? What's going on? And for the most part, it is just like my guardians just telling me like, look, we've been through this path before. We've given you the answers you need, and it's you who's not taking the answers. You don't like what you're hearing, but this is it. There's nothing else that they can say or do. So with that said, I mean, sometimes it's you get an answer, you just don't like it, so you try to reject it, and because of that, you get the blockage. And
Hmm.
sometimes it's even who you're trying to connect with that just can't help you with it, so they're just what can they do, you know?
Mhm. I liked what you just said because you're right. A lot of the
I know I'm
times.
She says this so very
Well
humbly.
then,
JK,
right?
JK, go on.
Well, no, yeah. I think about. I hadn't thought of it in that sense. How you're saying, you're
Hmm.
right. Sometimes because there's this ego, right? We have this little passenger called, and if you know what I'm talking about, called the ego. And our ego will tell us a lot of bad things. All the bad things that you hear about yourself, this is something that I'm actually just learning in this book that I'm reading. It's called The Inner Work, I think. Um, but we have the ego, that's what tells us all the bad things that we hear about ourselves. So if I'm not good enough, or all of that kind of stuff. And also the stuff of like, you know, I know better. That's the ego. And you're right. I hadn't thought about it in that sense. If we get a message that maybe we don't want, you know, again, I'm going to go back to the diet thing. So you're on a diet, you hit this plateau, and it says an example again. I'm no diet expert, okay? I'm just making this up about the diet stuff, but let's say you've been eating well, but you haven't been exercising, and you've been losing weight. You hit this plateau, and now you're doing your research, and the research is saying, well, maybe you should start, walking, whatever. You should start aerobics. But no, I know better. No, this couldn't possibly be it. So you continue doing what you're doing, and you're still hitting this plateau. You're not losing, you know. And you're right. I hadn't thought of that point of view. My biggest advice for this, for anybody who's experiencing spiritual blockage, is continue meditating. And in this case, with you, Musika, then maybe look for, okay, maybe, one entity is not responding, then go with your guardian angel, go with your spiritual guides, and hey, help me out here. What's going on? What am I not seeing? What am I missing?
Mm-hmm.
And that would be my first piece of advice to do that with that because you're right. I hadn't thought of it in that sense.
Yeah, I mean, that's always been my experience is, yeah, normally it's, I don't like the answer, so I keep asking, but the answer isn't going to change. The wording might change, but if I already got a straight answer, nothing's going to change it, you know? I don't know.
And just so you know, I'm constantly going through spiritual blockages. I feel, honestly, I don't know if this might even shock you guys or not, or it might not. I feel like I'm always operating that way. I'm always having to, okay, what, and it shouldn't be that way, actually. No, I mean, I don't think it should be that way, but I think it is. I think, probably that message was for me, Noodles. Thanks. So,
You're very
because
welcome.
I do. I feel like that is me, completely me. It's like, no, I know better. Oh, okay, I know. I'm gonna do this without actually listening to the message first.
Yeah. I mean, I've done it before because there's things that I'm just like, nah, like that's wrong. What are you even thinking? And later on, I'm just here like, ah, no, you were correct. I was wrong. My bad. That's on
Hmm.
me. But yeah, I mean, it's everyone, I go back to like, everyone works at their own pace, but if you know the answer, you know the answer. It's not, you can't just wish it away.
Also, I'm hearing patience. That honestly, like that word just popped into my into my mind.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're teaching us, like I said, we're always learning, and it could be they're trying to teach us patience.
Hmm.
And again, me, I am a very impatient person. So I could see
That's what it is.
why. Yeah, I could see why in my case it's always like I feel like it's always blockages and I'm always having to overcome these. But I will say that when I do overcome the blockages, it's a big payback. It's,
Hmm.
I learned something that, oh, and it's so weird, right? Because once you get over that hump, then it's like, oh, what was I stressing about? I know how to do this. Like I could do this. And then,
Hmm.
on to the next one.
Yeah. I think it's just you second guess yourself a lot, and it's fine. It happens to everyone, and I'm not saying it towards mom or anything. I'm just saying in general, like all of us, we all second guess ourselves whenever it comes to anything, and it's having to get over that hump and realize like, oh, like you can take baby steps. I tell this to mom all the time, like go at your pace. And if your pace is as slow as a snail, like that's fine. It's not a race to get to the end. It's you have to take your time, whatever amount that is, to reach the end of your journey of whatever it is, whatever path it is. It's not everyone's gonna be the same. It's the same with a lot of stuff. Like you are not gonna be the same as your coworker Kevin, or your spouse, your sister, your brother, your aunt, your uncle, like whoever. Like it's not a race. They might get to their journey before you, but that's fine. You will get there. You just got to take the
Hmm.
time that you need to get there and to understand it too. Because there's things that I feel that, like, in my spiritual journey that I kind of jumped the gun on, but because of others who studied more than I have, And so for me, I was um, shown all of this, but I wasn't ready for it. But
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. Like I just had to take a few steps back. So it's not, again, not a race. Go at your pace.
So what are some of the other things that, okay, so we're talking about that and, you know, going over the blockages and all that, but what are some things that, because, okay, so you're experiencing blockage and where do you go from there? What are some of the things that a person can start doing to kind of help clear that out? My first instinct is, do a cleansing.
Hmm.
Start with sage. I would say start with sage, do that cleansing to kind of like, but when you do the cleansing with the sage your house, sage yourself,
Hmm.
you have to open up windows. You have to open up the door. You have to, because that negative energy needs a place to go. So if you're just cleansing your area and everything is closed, well, that energy's still going to stay there.
Hmm.
But I would say my first instinct would be to start there. Just, cleanse your area, cleanse yourself. And after you do the sage, I love Palo Santo. So then do Palo Santo. Palo Santo will help bring in the positive energy, will help transmute any bad energy or any negative energy that's still there, and will help it transmute it into positive and good energy.
Hmm.
So then I would say do that. Light candles.
Yeah, specifically white candles, because it helps purify. At least that's my little intake there. But
Hmm.
any other color candle can help too. But I just think white, definitely.
Yeah,
White
white
and
is
purple.
definitely the universal color for that.
Hmm. Like it helps the most to help purify.
Hmm. I'm trying to look for um furniture to use for our cabin, our witch's cabin, and I hate it because I can't find anything that I like.
No, yeah, that's the one thing about Conan. It doesn't offer that many options.
No, you would think that with the packet, the not the packets, what are they called? Like the add-ons, I guess.
Hmm.
Hmm. Like they would
Like
have something.
they would have more stuff.
Yeah, you would think, yeah. But no, yeah, like I agree. Like me, like I said right now, like I'm like especially it also depends too. Like if your work days are very busy, you have long schedules, and whenever you have like a break time, like me, like my time off is actually coming around towards the weekend, and I'm gonna use that time to try to reestablish that connection again, or like see if I could try to at least get a bit more of a better response this time around. Because it could also be again like your. I also heard and read that if your mind's still too cluttered with other stuff that you're thinking on of either throughout the day or like what you need to do, then it's best to like wait for a day where either you're not too busy or it's not your mind isn't. So sorry, blame the weather for this one. Anyways, you're saying.
Yeah, I was saying that you're right, that a lot of the times, um, hold on, I'm typing something on the thing.
Dang it.
Yeah, a lot of the times, you just literally, I feel like you just answered your own, your own, uh, dilemma, I guess. I don't know, question.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you want to
But,
call it.
yeah. But hold on, I'm trying to give me a second here.
Trying to find some coal. Ah, there you go.
See, I think um definitely the cleansing helps, I think, with the blockage. It's not the cure or anything for blockage, but it does help kind of like help reset your mind to kind of like calm it down, I guess would be the word.
Mm-hmm.
No, I feel like that's not the right word. But it does help. I think reconnecting, like kind of going back to like step number one to reconnect, with your spirit guides and just kind of let them know like I need a like can you tell me once more what was the original message, and then go from there.
I definitely think that like if you're I'm one of the people that have a really hard time shutting down my brain. Shutting down, I'm all constantly. I literally have a hard time at night going to sleep because of that. Because I don't know what it is. I just can't seem to stop thinking. And I don't know if this is a universal thing, but I know it's a me thing. I know that I've seen like your dad, as soon as he hits the pillow, he's out.
Hmm.
And I always envy that because that is not me. Even though I will be so tired, it'll still take me a long time
Hmm.
because my mind is going a mile a minute. And when people say that about meditation, well, I can't because how do you quiet your mind? Trust me, if I am sort of able to do it, sort of able, that if I'm able to quiet my mind, I feel like anyone can. But that's not even, you don't, I don't quiet my mind 100% of the time, even when I'm meditating. That's impossible. And it's okay. That's okay. But yes, I agree with what you were saying that sometimes it could just be that there's just a lot of noise in there and you're not really paying attention. It's not that they're not replying to you. It's sometimes we're not quiet enough. It's like shouting in a concert, or it's like trying to have a conversation with somebody in a concert.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What the heck?
What the what? What happened?
Sorry, in the game I have Cobra hatchling, but I can't put him down.
Oh, I just want to leave you. It's like, no, I want to stay with Mama.
I
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. It's in my inventory. I can't put him down. What am I doing wrong?
don't know. What are you doing wrong?
I don't know.
Like I said, it loves you
It
too
just says
much.
this item cannot be removed. I can't get it out of my inventory now. What the heck?
What is it?
A snake
Oh, that's weird. You're
or a
glitching.
hatchling. I don't know why. I can't. What
Oh,
is
where are
this?
you trying to put it?
In my hotbar so that I can put it down?
Oh, you can't. You can't put a hatchling. Is it still the egg or is it the...
No, it's the snake.
Oh, it already became a snake?
Yes.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know. I haven't put mine down. Mine are still in the refrigerator.
She says it like it's
I
nothing,
just
like
keep my
it's still in
snake
the
in the
fridge.
refrigerator. So
Well, it's not just the snake. I keep a
it's
lot of
still
animals in
marinating.
there.
Oh my god. You
Although, even
cannot have
though
any pets.
here in Conan, it's not called a refrigerator, right? What is it called?
An ice box. Let's call it an ice
Oh yeah, the
box.
icebox. Okay, so a lot of my animals are in the icebox.
That still doesn't sound any better.
I know. Once I said it out loud, I realized, okay.
As long as you realized,
Yes.
goodness. Uh, that's too funny. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it in the thingy, I guess. If it dies, it dies.
Oh,
Listen, I'm still trying
damn.
to build our little wooden cottage, okay? Let's see.
Ugh. In the end, I think a lot of meditation has to play into it.
If anyone has any other tips for that, join our conversation in Discord here. Join our Discord, follow us here. We have our TikTok, we have our YouTube channel, and let us know what you all think. Like, what have you guys experienced spiritual blockage? And if you have, what have you done to go over that hump?
Mhm. One thing that I tend to do too is I would get an apple. 'Cause it could be green or red. I prefer red, but that's just because I like the red apples better.
Mhm.
And it's gonna sound weird, okay? No judgment here.
Mhm.
Slightly judgment.
What
Yeah.
I tend to do is like when I go and I rinse the apple, because of course, like I don't eat the apple just así. I need to rinse it. Um, when I rinse it, I kind of imagine like as I'm holding it before it even touches the water, like I put my intention of like I kind of imagine of a stream, and in the streams there's something that's not letting it flow all that well. And so when I go to rinse the apple, I pretend that like the water that's hitting the apple, that's cleaning the apple, is helping push everything that's blocking the river flow so that the river can actually start flowing again.
Hmm.
So that kind of helps me as well, like get rid of all that as I'm eating the apple. Like it's like every time I take a bite, it's like there's more water that comes to push all those blocks that are down the river. Anytime I bite into it, like it just pushes it. And that also helps me. But that normally just gives me the clarity of like, oh, okay, like if I've gotten the answer, then I know what to do. If I didn't get the answer and it's just like they'll give me tips on like what it is I need to do.
Mhm.
So that's something that helps me. That's just kind of like my own way of doing it, like it's not I don't think it's a correct way or a wrong way. I think it's just, it's my way.
Mhm.
Plus you get a snack out of it.
And you get to eat the snack.
Get to eat the snack. It's great.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
Hmm. Happy to share.
Ooh, we have cursed trees. I'm gonna get a bunch of those.
Cursed trees.
Yeah.
She says it with such glee in her voice.
There's a lot of stuff though you can't get though. I'm going through the admin part because that's what I go through this so I can build. So we have different builds here, right? And they're from here in Conan, and it's specifically to do our podcast for Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I'm currently building like a witch's cabin type of thing for Witch's Corner. But there's some things that I think are just like for the game, and it doesn't let us get it. Suckish.
Lame.
No, yeah, you think we will be able to?
For real.
Ugh, got some cramps going on.
Wind chimes. I'm getting one of those.
Oh God.
Oh, I thought we can make a saddle for elephants. Could we not?
Yes, but you have to have the
I think it's tough leather, isn't it?
I mean, I don't know if you've opened that. You have to unlock that
Oh,
with your
okay.
points. Go to the saddle thingy. I know I've only unlocked the first one because to me it's kind of like I'm not gonna be spending my time right now doing that, but later I will probably.
Right. Yeah, I got some elephants, so I just want to put some. I want to go ride them because I hadn't ridden one before.
An elephant? Oh my God.
Can you even ride an elephant? I thought you couldn't.
I think you can, but like Mom said, you need to unlock it. I don't got it unlocked apparently.
I
Dang
think
it!
I think it was a rhino. I don't think I've ridden elephants, but the rhinos, and it's so weird because like you literally jump up. So if you guys ride the elephant, let me know because I want to go see.
Uh, I'm pretty sure you can. I remember someone did in one of the games we were playing. I just don't remember.
Hmm.
Maybe I'm remembering wrong.
Man, I wish we could still make zombies on here.
Oh, that was
For
freaky.
real. That was
That was
awesome.
amazing.
They look creepy. Honestly, I was so tempted to just kill them just because.
Yep.
They didn't
Well,
last long, but they're cool.
yeah. Well, you guys, so yeah, just really going back over again really quick. If you're experiencing blockages, cleanse your area, cleanse yourself, keep at it, don't give up, don't be a me. I give up a lot, but then I restart, so that's good. But patience, try to figure out what it is why is there a blockage? Try to quiet your mind, but like I said, a lot of the times it's something that we're trying to learn, something that's trying to teach us.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Is there anything else you guys want to say about this topic? Or if not, I think we can end it here.
Hmm.
No, I don't think there's anything else I need to add.
I don't think so either. I'm good.
Hey guys, well, like I said, this is the Witch's Corner. We're talking about blockages, and I hope that we helped y'all in some way or you get something from this. We would love to hear your experiences. Like I said, join our Discord. All our links are in our bios. We're all across the platforms. And yeah, I want to give a big thanks and a shout out to Musica and Noodles. And
Yeah,
yeah,
thank you.
this is Bluntly Talking, you guys. Bye.
See
Bye.
you later.